Greetings and salutations, everyone. Today I took another look at Riders of it's actually Dragon's Nope, that's also not correct. What MMORPG is this again? Alright, Savage Hunt. How could I make that mistake? These are clearly very different MMORPGs that are not at all alike in any what way. Anyway, I decided to take another look at this action MMO and see whether or not it is, in all honesty, worth playing at its current state. It was re-released after all. Clearly people wanted to play this. Otherwise they wouldn't have re-released it, right? Of course. So, Savage Hunt was originally called A Dragon's Prophet and was released back in September of 2013. And as I mentioned, it relaunched under a new name of Savage Hunt, with the major difference between the original and this new version being that the tameable dragons are now all obtainable via in-game means. Taming dragons being one of the leading features of this MMORPG. So this is actually a rather significant change from the original version, and an awesome change if I will point out. But the more surprising fact about all of this is that GameGo was the one to make this change. GameGo, the company that used to be called Area Games, a company that loves money, a company that loves money more than it likes its players, a company that never learns from its mistakes. Hashtag mind blown. Oh, and yeah, you can fly your dragons as soon as you capture them, as long as they're the type of dragon that can actually fly. You know, you can make that mistake and capture a flightless dragon. It's like if you're trying to capture an eagle and you accidentally capture a chicken. You're disappointed and you just want to get rid of it. Nobody wants a flightless dragon. The flying aspect in Savage Hunt is also really fun to use. The taming is not so much, however. It can be really frustrating. But I mean, having the struggle of capturing the beastie of your dreams is half of the fun. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship, really. You hate the process, but you love the end result. Now, for those of you wondering, these dragons are not just for cosmetic purposes. I mean, you can get a dragon because it looks cool, but there's other reasons to do this. Each dragon and their breed has their own abilities that can affect your actual character, gifting you with a variety of abilities. As a simple example to this, you can capture a durable dragon, or as I like to call them, a meat shield, that can grant the player a taunt ability, which is handy if you ever want to, save your party member, if you can find anybody to play with. That isn't all, however, as you can level up these dragons and upgrade them, allowing you to use mounted abilities for fighting purposes, or if you just want to fly around and use special abilities. So, if you ever wanted to live out the fantasy of existing in the How to Train a Dragon universe, you finally can. Just keep in mind that there are no sexy Nords or Toothless to tame. Instead, you are welcomed by this monstrosity I had way too much fun making. Okay, total weeb moment, but seriously, when making the character creation section, did the creators not look at this and say, this looks real enough to me? Oh, and just in case you guys might ask, yes, I do have the sense of humor of a 3-year-old that's just hitting puberty, and I can't help but make breasticle jokes when they look this preposterous. We all have our problems. I'm related to an Asian. I can't help it. Moving on. Savage Hunt, besides the hunting element, has an action combat system, with a few classes to pick between. And for once, they are not gender-locked. I know, it's shocking. The action combat found within this game in itself isn't bad, if I'm being completely honest. So there are really no complaints when it comes to the action combat system within Savage Hunt. Nor is there much in the way of complaints when it comes to the main selling feature of creating a stable of dragons to use in combat. The main issue and the lacking point for me, at least whilst I was playing, was simply the fact that it gets boring rather fast. You take a quest and you complete it rather quickly, then returning back to the NPC you got it from. The NPC tells you to kill more monsters and then you return again. And it seems like these quests just seem to keep on going. There's no end to it and it just seems to be the same thing repeated over and over. And I understand that's kind of the fundamental system that MMORPGs have in place for the questing system, but somehow in Savage Hunt it seems to be more boring than in other titles. You can of course break up this monotony by going around on a capture spree, so it's not all bad, but I felt like it was worth pointing out nevertheless. So guys, Savage Hunt is still, in my opinion, very viable if you're looking for a monster capturing MMO and you hate Riders of Icarus, or you're just sick of it. It's not the most gorgeous MMORPG one could find, but it's still pretty good, and there's no complaints when regarding the action combat system in place. It is actually a lot better than a lot of other titles I've had the pleasure of playing recently. Anyway guys, with all of that being said and done, I hope you enjoyed watching me check out Savage Hunt. And good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you guys are. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, or on my personal channel.